Mahesh, who's from Bangalore. Now, Mahesh is saying, how does one work under a boss who doesn't lead by example? Now, Mahesh, is a very important question here, because you got to understand that as a boss, you have to lead by example. Mahesh, you brought this topic very well, because first of all, bosses, if you're a boss, you're managing teams, it's imperative that you lead by example. Now, what the question here is that Mahesh is saying, what happens if a boss is not leading by example? Now, leading by example can be many things. It could be as simple as probably not following certain kind of restrictions or whatever is required in the team, or probably not following a set of pattern. Now, all these things are very important, because if as a boss you're not leading by example, then it's very, very difficult to kind of for people to kind of look up to you as such. So again here, the same thing how I told Kritika, the best thing would be to probably sensitize the boss. But this is a very touchy topic, mind you, because the boss can take it in a very different way, saying, hey, what the hell? I know what I'm doing, but you got to see and play your cards very well here. Somebody is not leading by example. If it's a very kind of a small area, then I would suggest probably bring him. It depends your rapport with each one of your boss. If your rapport with your boss is pretty good, then you can just probably sit over a coffee and say, hey, boss, somehow the team is feeling like this, that you're not leading by example because you are probably not coming on time, or something like that. So just flag it off, and I'm sure as you kind of move forward, things will kind of work it out. But otherwise, if it doesn't, then probably you might want to have a talk with your HR and talk about this and see how the HR can handle it. Or the best thing would be somebody who's at the same level as your boss. See if you have a better rapport with him or her. Generally have a talk with him and say, hey, we feel this is what is happening. Somehow it's not very easy for us to communicate to our boss for obvious reasons. Would you be able to kind of generally have a talk with him and see if you can raise this topic? This, I feel, probably is a better approach. If you feel your HR is not very kind of cooperative, or you're not able to be very confident with your HR, then I would probably go this approach. Talk to somebody, a peer of your boss, and see if he can kind of talk the message and put across it to him. That would probably make a big difference, if you ask me. Right, Mahesh, thanks for this question of yours. It's a wonderful question, and I'm sure many of you would also probably be thinking about this, right? We have bosses, and how do we handle it if somebody is not leading the example?